Hello Internet! Today I will show you how to install and use Repeat After Me for all sorts of different things. I've been using Repeat After Me for one whole year to make text-to-speech covers and dubs, and I'm very excited to show you how to make your own. So, let's get into the video with a brief history of Repeat After Me. Repeat After Me, which I'll be abbreviating as RAM, is a 32-bit Apple developer tool that was probably released alongside Jaguar. Like most old Apple developer tools, it was included with your Mac upon installation. Not much is known about the application, probably due to its unpopularity. There are scant references to it online, besides a small note in the Wikipedia entry for Apple developer tools, a few forum questions relating to the application, and a little blurb from a MacLeod issue. Repeat After Me is created by Software MacLeod, a Ukrainian company that has been making software for Apple computers even before the release of Mac OS X. Likewise, Repeat After Me had a Ukrainian and Russian development team, and viewing the package content shows that RAM has a relationship to a group of speech recognition systems called CMU Sphinx. How RAM uses these aspects are still unknown and under examination. If you'd like to stay up to date with Repeat After Me, I'd recommend following my Tumblr blog, which is where I discuss RAM and Macintosh synthesizers a lot. Repeat After Me can do a lot of mighty fine things. With Repeat After Me, you can make your computer sing,
But you'll sleep upon the seat of a bicycle built for two.
mimic certain characters who are voiced by Macintosh synthesizers,
Sir, orders are, do not return to Earth. I'm beginning to think robots and humans were never designed to coexist.
and of course, what it was designed for, giving your text-to-speech a more natural inflection.
Wow! Isn't this cool?
Repeat After Me is a great application, but let's stop talking and move on to how to install Repeat After Me. Before we continue, I have some unfortunate news. Repeat After Me is a 32-bit application, which means that if your computer runs Big Sur or Catalina, it will not be able to open. I'm really sorry if I disappointed any of you, but hey, don't be mad at me, be mad at Apple. In the future, I plan on creating an application similar to Repeat After Me, but specifically for singing vocals. But that's a whole other ramble for another date. If you have High Sierra, Mojave, or anything older, we can move on. In the description of this video is a link to an Apple developer forum. In the comments is a DMG file. It says that you need an Apple developer ID to download, but I think I just entered in my actual Apple ID information and it'll let me in. If it doesn't allow you to download, then go down to the description again, and right underneath the forum link is a Google Drive link where you can download the same DMG file. But you didn't hear it from me though. Wink wink. Open up the DMG file, drag Repeat After Me into your desktop, and voila, Repeat After Me in all its glory. You can delete the DMG file, but I would recommend holding on to it just in case Repeat After Me goes anywhere. It's technically not in your applications folder, so putting it in your toolbar would be an easy way to access it. You should also take a peek at the user guide for more information this video doesn't provide. Before we open up RAM, we should go over setting our system's voice. Open up your system preferences, click Accessibility, then click Speech. This is where we can change the voice for our computer. Unfortunately, only certain voices will work with Repeat After Me. Foreign language voices and British English voices will not work, and even some American English voices, such as Allison, Susan, Ava, and Samantha, won't work either. Novelty voices that sing, such as Bad News, won't work as well. My advice would be to take some time going through all the voices, and see which ones work, and see which ones you like the best. My favorites are more synthesized sounding voices like Fred, Bruce, Ralph, Junior, Kathy, and Princess. Once you're done with that, you can open up RAM. This is where the magic happens. Type in whatever you wish. I'll type in Hello World for this example. As you can see, a graph is made. Pressing the command key and the / key will play our audio. If you ever need to stop the audio, you can simply press the command key and the period key. In order to keep this video relatively short, I won't be going over most of the buttons in the toolbar. As I mentioned, there's a user guide in the DMG file, so reading that would be good, or you can just figure it out yourself and have some fun messing around. Maybe in the future I'll make a video going over these buttons, so maybe you should subscribe or something. Hi, this is Editing Barnaby here. I just wanted to say, if you are messing around and you've added an audio file to your, Repeat After Me, please do not try to play the audio file. It will crash. It will crash, and it will lose all of your work. Don't lose all your work like I have done millions and millions of times. I just want to say that. Alright, back to the video. Ahem! Let's talk about two specific buttons, the record button and the attach sound button. Record allows you to record, obviously, and attach sound adds sound files where you can use extract pitch, impose pitch, and impose duration buttons to fine-tune your inflections. Unfortunately, the record button does not work with Mojave, as applications now have to ask to use your microphone. Let's turn our attention to the graph. In the graph, consonants are blue, vowels are red, and breathy sounds like and f are green. The y-axis is measured in hertz, while the x-axis is measured in milliseconds. If you grab one of the plotted points anywhere on the graph, you can manipulate the pitch for that specific phoneme. A single phoneme can have 10 plotted points. Any more and it won't work. But wait, I hear you say, how do I add more plotted points than there already are? And I don't want to eyeball my pitches, I want them to be precise. This is where the tune button comes into play. If you press tune, a bunch of code will be created below the graph. It may look complicated, but this code is easy to understand. Let's learn how to read it. Input code is contained within input tune and input text lines. Words are broken up by underscores or tildes. First comes the phoneme. Phonemes are perceptually distinct units of sound in a specified language that distinguish one word from another. Phonemes are sounds. And repeat after me, or more broadly, MacLeod synthesizers, write down these phonemes in a specific way. In the description of this video is an archived speech synthesis programming guide where you can see how phonemes are written and pronounced. Then, within curly brackets is the letter D, which stands for duration, and next to it, the length of the phoneme in milliseconds. After the semicolon is a P, which stands for pitch, the pitch in hertz, and an integer for plotting the points on a graph, which is separated by a colon. These integers do not coincide with the milliseconds on the graph, but instead are sort of percentages out of 100 that plot the pitch where you want it to go. In the description is a website where it shows the musical notes and their corresponding pitch. Right below that link is a diagram that I made which I use when working on vocal text-to-speech covers. Now that we know how to read our code, let's save it. Saving our work is as easy as pie. Of course, using the save button in Repeat After Me will create a RAM document that Repeat After Me can open, but there is no way to save audio within Repeat After Me itself. So, in order to save audio, we have to put our code into a Mac terminal. Once you have your perfect audio, copy it and open up your Mac terminal. This is where the say command comes into use. Type in say, then a single quotation mark. Copy in your code, then type another quotation mark to close it. Then type in -v. This command will specify what voice you want your code to speak in. Make sure that you capitalize it and spell it correctly. Then type in -o. This will be the name of our file. Name your file, then add after it .aiff. Hit enter. You've now created an AIFF file of your audio. You can find it on your home computer in Finder. That's all for this video. I hope you have as much fun as I do using Repeat After Me. If you ever make anything using this short guide, I would love to hear it. I would also love it if you would subscribe or follow me on my Tumblr. I'm very interested in making more with Repeat After Me, and as I said before, creating my own RAM-like application. But that is all for now. Thank you so much for watching.
Goodbye.